The cages are opened and the hunt is supposed to begin. But here's where things take a turn for the absurd. These weren't wild rabbits, they were domesticated ones. They didn't see Napoleon and his men as predators, they saw them as waiters. They associated humans with food, specifically with lettuce. So instead of scattering in fear, the entire furry army of rabbits turned and charged directly at Napoleon. Imagine the scene. The most powerful man in the world suddenly swarmed. The bunnies weren't attacking, they were just hungry. They started climbing up his legs, swarming his boots, looking for a snack. At first, it was probably funny, but the sheer number of them was overwhelming. They were a fuzzy, wriggling carpet of fur, a tide of fluff. Napoleon and his men were trying to shoo them away with their hands, with their riding crops, even with the butts of their guns. But the rabbits were relentless. They split into two flanks like a well-trained army and surrounded the imperial party. They were everywhere. It got to a point where Napoleon, the great strategist, had only one option left: retreat. He scrambled back to his carriage, laughing but also genuinely overwhelmed. But the bunnies weren't done. Some of them, in their desperate quest for lettuce, actually leaped into the carriage with him. The coachman had to whip the horses into a gallop to escape the fluffy onslaught, with Napoleon still frantically flinging rabbits out of the window as they sped away. And so the great Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who commanded armies and redrew the map of Europe, was forced into a chaotic, panicked retreat by a legion of hungry rabbits. It's a hilarious reminder that no matter how powerful you are, nature, or in this case, a bunch of domesticated bunnies organized by an overeager chief of staff, can always find a way to humble you.